My name is Temo Jegede. I'm a legal practitioner. I actually work in a financial institution. I work in the legal department of a financial institution. Um, of recent, I've been trying to advance my career in terms of acquiring professional qualification. But my my job requirements and then family life as well has not given me the opportunity. My colleague in the office, who is also a lawyer, was in Abuja for an official assignment, and then he was at the High Court in Abuja. So he got a flyer on negotiation school and the course of studies and everything about the school. So he brought the flyer to the office and gave me a copy. And I looked at it and I said to myself, this is good, this might be it. Because I looked at the course content. I even went on the net to get details on the course. And I was able to also hook up to the Harvard website to also get detailed information about the program. And I saw it as a program that can enhance my productivity in my office, and even beyond what I do on a day-to-day basis. It is something I think it's a skill that one needs to acquire, and it will help you, in future. And being a legal practitioner, of course, like this saying goes that I'm a lawyer, trouble in my work. We find ourselves having to deal with a lot of disputes and issues. And of recent, the Nigerian legal system, in terms of contractual transactions, is tilting more towards alternative dispute resolution, because a lot of people have faulted the court system in terms of time that it takes to get redress from the court. And so a lot of people are not willing to go through the whole hall of litigation anymore. They would rather do out of court settlements. They would rather go for ADR, and stuff like that. So I said to myself, if I'm able to equip myself with basic negotiation skills, it will enhance my negotiation abilities in my place of work and even in my profession as a lawyer. And so that got me interested in the course. But in Nigeria, we are in a very, very turbulent stage in Nigeria in terms of security. We have a lot of con men out there. I was a bit skeptical when I heard about the program. I didn't know whether to believe it or not, and so I took it upon myself to contact Barrister Lade Adeyemi, and just to put a face to the name on the flyer. So I went to his office on a certain day. I was able to speak with him, and then I got convinced by his personality, and then from our discussion I got convinced that this was real and not a scam. And so I decided to give it take a leap into the course. And so we discussed on fees and everything, and we agreed. And so he helped me in enrolling for the course in Harvard. We started the clinical session sometime in April. I was in attendance, and then I met a lot of people at the class, and it was quite an interesting session. We had a small practical aspect of the training in which I was also involved. We had teams, we had case studies with which we worked in the class, and it was quite interesting. And for me, it was I had a lot of things to take home on that day. For instance, the facilitator, of course, is a seasoned negotiator, and was able to open her eyes to different aspects of negotiation. And then also for the first time, I realized that negotiation is beyond natural ability, is beyond natural endowment. You've also got to have the skills to be able to negotiate effectively and well, and which was what I saw at the clinical session. I was able to acquire basic skills on negotiation, which I feel they are vital tools for anyone who works in a society, because of course in any society there are bound to be conflict issues and disputes, and so if you are able to negotiate very well, then you are able to cut a lot of advantages to yourself and whichever organization you represent. And so basically at the clinical session, I was able to learn the different negotiation styles that we have. I was able to understand that a negotiator could be a competitive negotiator, it could be an avoidant, it could be a collaborator, and basically we were able to go in depth to each of the styles, and I was able to also understand that there is no rigidity in negotiation in terms of styles that one could adopt. You don't have to be rigid, you don't have to stick to a particular style from start to finish. There is always an opportunity for you to evolve from one style to the other, and for you to also have a play on different styles as the occasion deserves. And then I was able to also understand the fact that the negotiation style could also emanate from natural instincts and from cultural background. For instance, I was taught that Indians by nature are avoiders. So and of recent, interestingly, in my company, we had a dispute situation with one of our major contractors on one of our project sites, and then they happened to be Indians, and so we invited them for negotiation. They came over to the office, and the moment I saw that they were Indians, I said to myself, oh, I'm going to have to deal with avoidance in this meeting. And so I prepared myself, and I tried to draw on a few things that we were taught during the clinical session. And so when we started the negotiation, it was more of arguments, quarreling and everything, but at a point the whole thing regulated. We were able to bring them down, we were able to calm them down. And then I found out that maybe because of the approach that I adopted during the meeting, I found out that they were willing to listen to me more than any other person on that table. And so that for me was a plus, because I said to myself, oh, I didn't waste my money after all, so this thing is working out for me. And so for me, it's a good thing, and I'm not going to stop at the Lagos clinical session. I also want to take it a step further, and that was why I also enrolled for the Harvard program, which is coming up sometime in mid-June. So basically by mid-June, I'll be going for the Harvard program on negotiation skills, and the program is basically to expose us to how to deal with difficult situations and difficult people. And for me, it's something I'm looking forward to, and so I'm preparing myself physically, mentally, and then financially as well, because I'm also having to go to get the tickets, to make it to America. I recently got my visa, and then basically I'm preparing for the program, and I'm very, very optimistic that this program is also going to add to my knowledge and help me improve my productivity in my office, and even beyond my office, in my career generally. I want to encourage anybody that this is a course anyone should take up. The advantages are numerous. There are quite a number of things that you could do with it. I'm even also looking at the future. I'm saying the clinical negotiation school beyond the level it is right now. I'm saying it becoming an institute in the nearest future. Maybe I'll also be privileged to be a lecturer there. You know what they say about training the trainers. I've been trained by Barrister Nade Adeyemi, and I'm also going to continue to be trained even at Harvard. I want to make it an habitual thing. By next year, I will also go for another part of the program so that I keep advancing. You keep learning every day. And so for me, it's a path that I want to take for now.